Hello folks, my name is Phil and this is Mr. Larry, the Gila Monster, and we would just like to welcome you to 20 Minutes Underground. It's been quite some time since me and Larry have had a nice cup of brandy, and to be brutally honest, we're very excited to have some tantalizingly spectacular animals this evening. So if you're ready for a good show in the YouTube land, then we highly recommend you continue to watch, despite all of the quirky antics of nut cupping and slapping that happens in this wonderful facility. Hopefully all the animals, again, none of them were harmed, except for Larry here, giving you occasional loving, and thank you very much. Have a good day.
Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your weekly YouTube online reptile show for reptile enthusiasts like you. That's what you're doing here. You wouldn't be watching if you didn't like reptiles. If you don't like reptiles and you don't like me, then what are you doing here? You must be one of those complainers we hear so much about. You gotta find someplace else to go, please.
Banned.
Banned. Bang! This week's show, pretty ferocious. Some of the cooler venomous and non-venomous things that can hurt you. Blood pythons. If you get bit by a blood python, the smack that they give you is worse than the teeth that they bite you with. And then we got the pit bulls of the lizard world, otherwise known as a Gila Monster. A buddy of mine got bit by them. The venom isn't really that bad, it'll make you sick and all, but they bite and they hold on. Little Zach got bit. Someday we'll show you a picture of little Zach. Zach's like 4'7". He got bit. He's like, I'm telling you, he's like 1 inch bigger than a midget. It's like, legally he could probably be a midget. We love him. You know, we like little people here at Underground Reptiles, but it's a good way to make fun of somebody because you always have to find a reason to make fun of somebody. It's what we do. We're men. We're fun men. Men that have fun. Enjoy the show. Thanks for coming by.
It's a tough day at Underground. Just been a rough day. All right. I'm about to show you guys, and Phil's gonna show you, and Sam's gonna show you what every reptile show should be filled with instead of ball pythons.
I agree.
Because this is like a ball python on steroids. And here we have the beautiful blood python. Who doesn't like a blood python? Everyone likes getting bit by them. Everyone likes how hard they hit. Thank you so much. How you doing?
It's like getting hit by Mike Tyson in the face.
Like Mike Tyson in the face. So, blood pythons are going to get about 5 to 6 feet. And not all of them are aggressive. You can get some that are actually pretty tame. As many ball pythons that are aggressive are blood pythons that are tame. It's the opposite. But these guys look amazing as they get older. The reds, I'm really a fan of the albino cherry bombs that are out there. I love when we get those guys in. Once you get one of these eating really, really good, they become just voracious. They're usually never gonna stop eating like your ball pythons will. They will continue to grow and grow until you get something like this. And if you get one this size, okay, this guy right now will eat medium and large rats, and he's dog tame. Customer raised him up, brought him in, needed to get rid of him for something, and he's amazing. A nice blood python that most of the time when people bring in is going to be extremely aggressive, because once people realize they start biting, they decide, well, I'm not going to hold my snake, he's naturally aggressive, and they don't work on it at all. When you do, this is the result, this is what you get. So anyone out there that has a snake that maybe struck at them a couple times, that is just kind of in the early stages of getting into snakes, don't be discouraged if you have something that is a little aggressive, because it can pass very easily. Snake in a different setting, eating different food or whatever it is, different handler, different temperatures, even having a tank that is hotter can result in an animal being aggressive. So if you have that, don't worry about it. Pick your snake up, throw a towel over, and then pick it up with your hands. Whatever will make you less scared of it will be best, because then in the end you'll get a tame snake like this. So Even though they might be a little aggressive, get yourself a blood python and step up from the balls. Then you don't have to go along with all the sensual innuendos that people come up with the ball pythons. Only at 20 minutes on the ground.
Hi guys, this is Beautiful Sam.
Ugly beard.
From 20 minutes on, my beard's longer than yours.
Ugly beard.
My beard's longer than yours. From 20 minutes underground. And this trivia question of the week is, how many venomous lizards are there in the world?
Poisonous or venomous?
Venomous. Poisonous is when you eat something. Venomous is when you get bit by it.
Ah, good test.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me know the answer.
Hi, I'm Phil. This is Ryan.
Ryan.
Is it Ryan or is it Ryan?
It's Ryan B.
Oh, it's Ryan B. Excuse me, Ryan B. We're here back in the venomous corner, not doing venomous per se, but we're gonna do a little snake handling 101.
I'm a noob.
He's a noob, so I mean, he actually just made fun of me for having a small hook, but if he knew anything, a lightweight small hook is typically the weapon of choice for professional snake handlers, with the exception of big constrictors, because it gives you a little more balance, gives you a little more movement, a little easier to control the animal. Today, we're going to show you fine folks in YouTube land how to get a heavier bodied colubrid off the ground. So if you're out in, you know,
Knock this one out of the park.
if you're out in the middle of the pine barrens or, you know, the sand traps or anywhere you'd find good-sized colubrids and you happen to have a hook around. And
Sand traps, you said?
Sand traps.
Like golf course?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Golf course, great. Black racers, pygmy rattlesnakes, good stuff. I do not condone catching pygmy rattlesnakes in the wild, but if you do find yourself with a nice fat-bodied colubrid like this wonderful bull snake, first thing you do is assess the situation. Figure out what's going on. Make sure there isn't other snakes around. Make sure you're not standing next to a diamondback when you go to pick up the corn snake or the bull snake. Make sure that how you're doing it is safe in the capacity of there's no, you know, pieces of metal laying around or other animals like alligators or even deer. Deer can attack people. I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing
Those
is
antlers can be a doozy.
very, very much a doozy. The biggest thing with catching snakes in the wild is identify the snake. Make sure you know what you're about to pick up. Confirm it with either a book, a reference guide, or another friend that you somewhat trust to make sure that that bull snake is a bull snake and not a fat-bodied western diamondback that just hasn't decided to rattle its tail. Some of you guys in YouTube land are going to say, oh, you can't tell the difference between a bull snake and a western diamondback. No, you can, but sometimes when you're out in the middle of nowhere and it's hot, you don't exactly see what's going on. There's grass, there's sand, regardless.
Don't judge us. That's the point. Don't judge us.
So, we have our fat-bodied snake. Typically, we divide the snake into thirds, okay? First third, second third, third third, okay? Typically with venomous as well as some of the other meaner snakes, we can actually pick up the snake from the first third. So I shimmy the hook underneath and I drag it towards myself, keeping the first 2/3 on the ground. I brought the tail to myself, okay? I try and keep my hand open on top so if I have to drop it, I can. But pretty much I want to go for that first third, drag it up, and bring it to myself. Notice how I'm not exerting a lot of energy, I'm not bending over. Another big thing is, you can always move the snake. So if the snake is going in a direction you don't want, you can always move him to where you do want him, okay? But again, divide it in thirds, start at the first third, scoot it up, leaving the front half of the snake on the ground. You can give it a little shimmy if you want, and bring that tail up to you. And then from there, we go back to that first third, and we get a little balancing act, okay? So Ryan, you want to give this a try?
Like we were in the field. So first, I identify snake.
You're losing the snake, pal.
Well, I had to identify it first.
You're losing the snake.
All right, let's start over.
No, let's not start over. Let's do this the right way. Come on.
All right, so we've identified the snake, guys.
Okay, it's a big fat bull
First
snake.
third, second third, third third. I'm going for the first third.
Now, that's actually not the first third. Look at it. Fraction it out.
1/3, 2/3, 3/3.
Right.
That equals 1.
Now, it's very, very easy for you to come from the front. See how the snake lifts his head up? We can kind of come from the front, scoot underneath him, but notice how the snake twitched a little bit? He didn't like me doing that. So that's why if I come from the side and I give it a little hook underneath, I can actually lift him right up to me. So take it away, B. First third, bring the hook up to you, bring the tail up to you, but he keeps the first half of the snake on the ground. And now he can go back to that first third, and he can pick it up properly. Okay?
Now granted, he's also not squeezing in this hand. He's barely holding it. He's just cradling it.
He is kind of twitching.
It's because he's not holding the hook properly.
He needs to do more.
Yeah, I messed up on the hook.
We'll go over hook handling another time,
There we
kids.
go.
And basically,
Against the forearm.
that's the standard
Still a heavy
technique.
snake,
He's
man.
still shaking. You need to work out more.
You do need to
Easy,
work out.
buddy.
Get
All
that
right,
scrum.
I got small forearms. That's not. That's
I'm
that's a
big bone.
genetic deficiency. What do you
Your
want from me,
forearm
guys?
looks like that bull snake.
Why aren't you doing this with the speech jammer?
Because the speech chamber's not as funny. Okay, I'm funnier when I'm not using the
Maintain
speech
control
chamber.
of your snake, pal.
I've got control of my snake. Don't worry.
So, got him up, got him balanced. Okay? If you guys do decide to go out, you know, and do a little snaking out in the wild, make sure you don't use an aluminum hook to flip tin, to flip, you know, car hoods or pieces of material that are out there, logs and that stuff. Get what's called a field hook. A field hook typically has a different shaped head, and it's more of a steel rod opposed to an aluminum shaft. That way you can actually stick it into something and lift it up without breaking your hook. These aluminum hooks are actually really, really useful. They're very lightweight and maneuverable, but they do snap really easy. If the snake is not cooperating, so I've got the snake on the ground, okay? I'm gonna shimmy him a little bit. I'm gonna bring this tail up to me, okay? I have it like this, so that my fingers are on top. That way if the snake goes crazy or I need to back out, I can literally just drop out. If it's on top, like this, the hand acts as a cradle, okay? If I flip it around like this, I can actually rest it in my hand, opposed to just the fingertips holding on to the animal. Make sense? So that's pretty much how you'd get a snake off the ground if you were out in the wild. Again, we totally encourage going out in the field, camping, hiking, looking for, you know, wild animals within reason. Be safe. Learn your native species in your state and in your area. Make sure you are picking up a bull snake and not an eastern diamondback or a western diamondback. And be aware that these animals are there for us to enjoy. Don't take them out of the wild. Keep them where they're supposed to be. Take pictures and enjoy nature.
And remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Really? You had to do that?
I had to.
I'm getting the bull snake all huffy and puffy.
Yeah,
it's making
I
good
thought it was
video,
good.
and you got to come up with Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, I had nothing else. How about trees? Trees. It's the Arbor Day Foundation.
All right,
Something like, I don't know.
Just cut the video.
Hi, this is House. I call him House, and this is this is Ned. I'm dropping the inbred thing this week. I think it gives me a bad reputation. I'll keep the inbred thing, but I'm dropping the Ned. I'm just gonna go by inbred. Might change it to Fred or Head or the House. I like House. Check this dude out. This right here is a Gila Monster, and we're talking about pretty animals that can have an attitude. Now these particular guys right here, for the most part, are pretty aggressive. But old Hoss right here, he's a puppy dog. Now, I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, "Oh, what are you, stupid? You stupid?" Yeah, I am stupid. Look at that. I'm petting him on the head. That's a venomous lizard, and I'm petting it on the head because I'm a professional and I'm stupid, right? Look, this is about as big as a good male heel is gonna get right here. Look at that good patterning, that color. Look at that pink on the head, and look at him flipping his tongue at you. Yeah. Now, these dudes are great. They got a nice little prehensile tail. Believe it or not, that is prehensile. That can support their whole body weight. And these guys are carnivores, strictly carnivorous. They lock onto something, they do not let go. They will grab onto a rat, to a mouse, to a hand, whatever they want to, and they chomp, and they don't let go. And they just basically hold, and they just chew on you. You see that? They chew kind of like that right there. I gotta cut my fingernails. Y'all know any good pedicurists or something? I'd appreciate it. I need to get them colored again. But they chomp and they chew, and they basically just chew that venom into them. They just got a great little bite right there, and you can just see the muscles on the side of the head and venom glands, right? You know, the venom glands are somewhere. Might be down here or over here, up there, around there in this general area. Alright, I'm not going to get too technical on you with the helodermas, but I will tell you this. I'm professional. And this is Hoss. He's a good boy. And everyone loves a good Gila. Good Gila loves everybody. So, remember, Gila Monsters are great. They're a protected animal, so if you see them out in the wild when you're out west or something, don't mess with them, because that's pretty stupid. Alright, you'll be stupid like me. I don't mess with protected animals because I respect Mother Nature, and I respect protected Gila Monsters because they're monsters and they're Gila. They're Gila cool, man. Alright, so this has been it's been Inbred Ned, and it's been a House the Gila Monster. And for you people who keep saying my accent is fake, you're an idiot. Shut up. I love you.
Hi guys, the answer to this week's trivia question, how many venomous lizards are there in the world, is 3. A Gila monster, a bearded lizard, and a Komodo dragon. A bearded lizard and a Gila monster will not kill you. They'll make you sick for several days and make you wish you were dead and make you pray to God that you were going to die. But a Komodo dragon will kill you because all the bacteria he has in his mouth, you will certainly, most definitely die.
Hey guys, it's your pal Moody Freaking Booty. Welcome to the best YouTube segment on YouTube right now. No, I'm not talking about 20 Minutes Underground. I'm talking about Time with your pal Moody Freaking Booty. That's the best. You YouTube losers are gonna win some free crap this week, as always. Look, something else I don't care about that I'm gonna give away for free. An Exoterra Cup. Congratulations. Anyways, here are our 3 contest comment winners. First up, Roger Contreras. He said his least favorite animal was the inbred dead because it's redheaded and it smells bad. Ha ha ha. Don't forget, gingers have no souls.
What was his name?
Roger Contreras.
Contreras, I want some tacos.
That wasn't what you think it was, guys. That was not some sort of ethnic joke. We don't do that on 20 Minutes Underground. We do make fun of redheads, though, especially Alex. I mean, Inbred Ned, whatever his freaking name is anymore. Who cares? Nobody follows him anyways. Check his Facebook page out. Second up, we got Sydney Bates. Sydney Bates, man or woman, I can't tell. It's one of those freaking names like Pat. You just never know. Could be a guy, could be a girl. Sydney writes birds, but specifically seagulls. They never shut up and they poop on you randomly. Let me clue you in, Sydney, to something that you probably didn't know. It's not random. The problem is you look like a walking kitty litter box. So that's what they're doing. They're crapping on you. Congratulations. I got nothing else. Drew picked the worst freaking comments this week, guys. I'm not even kidding you. Look at this crap. How am I supposed to make jokes with these people with these kind of comments? You got anything for that one, Inbred? Oh look, and we're getting interrupted by JT now. Man, you guys really like this episode, huh? This thing sucks so far. Alright, enough of the screwing around. Our third contest comment winner is Warner Robinson. He says his least favorite animal is the hermit crab. It was fun collecting them on beach trips as kids, but not finding them escaped. Blah blah blah. I'm done. Let me tell you guys about my least favorite animal. My least favorite animal is the hipster troll. Check it out. Right there.
What?
Listen up, parents. What? This is what happens when you don't tell your kids.
You become extremely handsome and well dressed.
Not to wear women's
That's
jeans.
Exactly what
Those are women's jeans. Let that be a lesson to you, parents. Raise your kids right, and they won't grow up.
Cargo shorts like Moody Booty all day.
And they won't grow up being confused. All right. Enough said. That's it for this week's YouTube. Whatever. Congratulations to you winners. And a special congratulations to the biggest loser, Peter Woodward.
Just turn it off.
So that's 20 Minutes Underground. Hope you enjoyed your time underground. We thank you for coming out. We thank you for being a part of our lives. Thank you for the great comments and the questions, and it was really heartwarming that the time that we were gone, you guys sent so many cool things. That was really cool to know that you guys really watch the show. And really, there's one guy that says he watches it every Saturday morning when he's on the toilet. That's like his thing. Bro, that was like, it warmed my heart. My toilet time is extremely important to me, and the things that take my time are also, toilet time is so important. This week's question of the week is, where is the strangest place you've ever been bitten by your reptile? Now listen, I don't want you sick, twisted perverts to make up the, oh, it bit me at the end of my schwan. I don't want to hear it, okay? Keep it to yourself, all right? I really don't want to hear it. Some of the funniest things that have ever happened. One time, me and my buddy Mike drummer Mike B, on the West Coast, we were snake hunting, and he saw a black racer, and it was going down. In Florida, we have these things called canals, and he jumped down and grabbed it right by the tail, and it shot down the canal. And as it shot down the canal, he grabbed it by the tail, and it literally went up straight in the air and came right back and bit him, stuck on his cheek. I had to sit there and pry the thing off his cheek. It was so funny, I was dying laughing. Same type of thing happened to me one time. We had gotten this big shipment of South American, this big, it was, you know, I'm trying to remember what it was. Matter of fact, free t-shirt if you could tell me what kind of snake this was, but it's a big rat snake, and it was almost like a purple blue, really strange. I forget what it was called, some elafe that comes out of South America, but it was so big. It was about 6.5 centimeters, and it was on the ground, and I was trying to be a wise guy with it, and it turned around, and I went to move its tail this way so it would come back, and as soon as I touched it, it came back and bit me right in the forehead. I had two bloody teeth marks on my forehead. Things like that, they're hilarious to us that have been around this reptile business for a long time. So, no perverse things. If it bit you in the butt, okay, but I don't hear anything about your other private parts. Not interested. Where's the strangest place you've ever been bitten by your reptile? And tell a little bit of the story. Winner gets free crap, and how good is free crap? Good. Thanks for joining us. God bless y'all. Us.